Have you ever wished that someone would sit down and write a how-to for writers? And I don't mean a how to write, no, that's not for anyone to say. I mean a how to survive for writers. A guide to living for the soulful, a manual to making it through in this disappointing, often violent world while keeping your eyes open and your heart aflame? Well, your wish has come true. All the way from Chadron, Nebraska comes a life buoy for the terminally artistic. Love and Terror on the Howling Plains of Nowhere by Poe Ballantine. He wondered what I would do if I quit school without a degree. I told him I did not know what I would do, but I wanted more from life's work than a bench named after me, or a memorial tree. Now, Love and Terror on the Howling Plains of Nowhere by Poe Ballantine is, on its surface, a non-fiction work about the unsolved death of a Finnish math professor. But it's really the touching memoir of Mr. Ballantine's wandering soul. He recounts the story of how he came to settle in the Nebraska Panhandle with nothing but his Mexican girlfriend and his history of not settling. He starts out by cleaning the floors in Safeway at night and scribbling unpublished stories in the daylight. But then suddenly he finds himself married with a 5-year-old son and a house and some friends and an advance for a book about a mysterious death. It's as if by simply paying attention to life, he suddenly found himself having one. Christina looked so gorgeous, a lozenge of turquoise at her throat, the wet luster of those full lips and lugubriously sensual eyes, that Detective Kevin Warren, as it had been the first time I had met Christina, could only stare. So if Walt Whitman and Woody Guthrie had a baby, but when it came out it was all salt and pepper and wise, that would be Poe Ballantine. Born in 1955 in Denver, Colorado, he seems to have spent most of his life trying to find his way. Sometimes surfing or cooking or just traveling, but always moving on and doing an impressive number of subsistence jobs. Then around the same time he signed up with the Hawthorne Press, which also publishes 4 of his other works. It seems Mr. Ballantine found a hard plot of Nebraska dirt and stuck some roots in it. "Why do you write that crap?" she asked me the first time she got out her electronic translation dictionary and read one of my pieces, intensely jealous over the woman in the story who had preceded her by 20 years. "You tell everyone everything." "Not everything." "Aren't you embarrassed?" "To the contrary, I feel liberated." "Why can't you write something nice, like children's books, or something that makes money?" So if you're hoping for a juicy true crime deathploitation story, you should probably check out Dr. Dealer or Bestial, because that's not what you're going to find here. Sure, there's a weird murder or suicide, but Love and Terror on the Howling Plains of Nowhere is more about culture shock than shock culture. It's the funny story of a good man and his family getting on in modern America, of a gun-shy heart learning to love with patience, and of a true poet facing down our culture's recurrent message of "you are lacking" to find his own hard-wrought "I am abundant." It was a revolutionary moment, a watershed moment, like nuns in a peanut field singing old Negro songs or rods of sunshine poking through holes in penitentiary walls. Perderte después.